Summer is here, and everything you need for adventure is waiting at shockshop.us. Gear up with camping essentials, stylish bathing suits for fun in the sun, reliable generators for every outdoor trip, kayaks, dinghies, and water toys for non-stop excitement. From backyard fun to lakeside escapes, shackshop.us has it all. Shop the summer sale now and save big at shackshop.us.
Black Crowes face backlash after Chris Robinson shuts down U.S.A. chant during Tampa concert. The Black Crowes have found themselves at the center of a heated public debate after an onstage exchange during a concert in Tampa, Florida, sparked boos from audience members, criticism across social media, and renewed discussion about politics in live entertainment. The controversy unfolded during what should have been another stop on the legendary rock band's tour. Instead, a brief interaction between frontman Chris Robinson and concertgoers became one of the most talked about moments in rock music this week. For supporters, Robinson was simply exercising his right to speak his mind, something many artists have done throughout rock history. For critics, the singer crossed a line by insulting paying fans who were expressing pride in their country. The incident has reignited a familiar question that has followed musicians for decades. Should artists keep politics out of their performances, or is the concert stage an appropriate place for social and political commentary? The moment that sparked the controversy. According to reports and videos circulating online, the incident occurred during the Black Crowes performance in Tampa over the weekend. At one point during the show, a large screen reportedly displayed the band's mascot dressed as Uncle Sam. The image prompted portions of the crowd to begin chanting, "USA, USA, USA." Such chants are common at sporting events and occasionally appear at concerts, particularly when patriotic imagery is displayed. What happened next, however, surprised many attendees. Robinson reportedly responded by saying, "Thanks for the geography lesson." He then allegedly added, "I don't know what you have to be so proud of right now." The remarks immediately changed the atmosphere inside the venue. Videos posted online appear to show a mixed reaction from audience members. Some could be heard booing, while others appeared supportive or indifferent. What may have started as a spontaneous exchange quickly escalated into a larger confrontation between performer and audience. Robinson doubles down. Rather than moving on from the moment, Robinson later addressed the crowd again. In footage that spread rapidly across social media platforms, the singer can be heard saying, "Some of us have real faith." He continued, "For those of you booing us, some of us are not afraid, and we most assuredly are not ignorant." The comments drew strong reactions from both sides of the debate. Critics interpreted the remarks as an insult directed toward audience members who disagreed with him. Supporters viewed the statement as a defense of independent thinking and a refusal to be intimidated by crowd pressure. Either way, the exchange transformed a routine concert appearance into a national conversation. Reports of fans leaving early. Following the incident, reports emerged that some concertgoers chose to leave before the show ended. While it's difficult to determine exactly how many attendees exited because of Robinson's comments, multiple social media users claimed they walked out or witnessed others doing so. For artists, audience walkouts can become symbolic moments, particularly when tied to political disagreements. Concert tickets often cost significant amounts of money, and many fans attend specifically to escape the stress and division of daily life. When politics enters the performance space, reactions can be intense because audiences arrive with different expectations about what a live music experience should be. Social media explodes. As videos spread online, thousands of users weighed in. Many critics argued that concerts should provide entertainment rather than political commentary. One common sentiment was that fans attend shows to hear music, not political opinions. Others argued that insulting audience members is never a wise business decision. Right? Several commenters suggested Robinson risked alienating longtime supporters who purchased tickets specifically because they enjoy the band's music. A recurring criticism centered on the idea that artists should avoid attacking the people who financially support them. Some users also expressed frustration with what they see as increasing political messaging in entertainment. For these critics, the Tampa incident represented a broader trend of performers using concerts as platforms for political expression. Supporters rally behind Robinson. Not everyone was critical. Many fans rushed to Robinson's defense, arguing that rock music has always challenged audiences and social norms. Supporters pointed out that rebellion, controversy, and confrontation have been central themes in rock and roll culture for decades. From the counterculture movements of the 1960s to punk rock's anti-establishment attitude in the 1970s and beyond, musicians have frequently used their platforms to comment on politics and society. Some fans noted that Robinson has never been known for carefully avoiding controversial topics. Others argued that artists should not be expected to remain silent simply because some audience members may disagree with them. According to this perspective, freedom of expression applies equally to performers and fans. If concert goers have the right to voice their opinions through chants, artists have the right to respond. The long history of political rock music. The debate surrounding Robinson's comments cannot be separated from the broader history of rock music. Political expression has been intertwined with popular music for generations. Artists ranging from Bob Dylan and Neil Young to Rage Against the Machine and Bruce Springsteen have frequently used songs and live performances to address political issues. During the Vietnam War era, musicians became prominent voices in anti-war movements. Throughout the civil rights movement, music played a significant role in social activism. Punk rock often centered on criticism of government institutions and authority figures. Even artists who claimed not to be political frequently found themselves associated with social causes or ideological movements. As a result, some observers argue that expecting musicians to avoid politics entirely ignores a major aspect of music history. Why fans react so strongly. At the same time, critics point out that modern political polarization has changed the environment. Many Americans report feeling exhausted by constant political conflict. For some, concerts represent one of the few remaining spaces where people can gather around a shared love of music regardless of political affiliation. When political disagreements enter that environment, tensions can emerge quickly. Fans who spend money on tickets, travel, parking, and merchandise often expect the focus to remain on the performance itself. When expectations clash with reality, disappointment can follow. That dynamic helps explain why incidents like the one in Tampa generate such strong emotional reactions. Comparisons to Bruce Springsteen. The Black Crowes controversy arrives amid broader discussions about political commentary from musicians. Bruce Springsteen has recently made headlines for criticizing President Donald Trump and his administration during concerts. Springsteen's remarks have drawn both praise and criticism, much like Robinson's comments. Supporters view such statements as examples of artists using their platforms to speak out on issues they care about. Critics argue that political speeches can distract from the music and divide audiences. The debate surrounding Springsteen highlights how polarized public reactions have become. Artists who engage in political commentary increasingly find themselves celebrated by some audiences and condemned by others. The challenge facing modern artists. Today's musicians operate in a vastly different environment than previous generations. A brief comment made during a concert can be recorded, uploaded, shared, and viewed by millions of people within hours. Social media amplifies controversies that might once have remained local incidents. As a result, artists face greater scrutiny than ever before. Every statement has the potential to become a headline. Every interaction can become part of a larger cultural debate. For performers, navigating that reality can be difficult. Some choose to avoid political topics altogether. Others embrace controversy as part of their public identity. What happens next? Whether the Tampa incident has any lasting impact on the Black Crowes remains to be seen. The band continues to enjoy a loyal fan base built over decades of successful recordings and live performances. Many supporters are unlikely to change their opinions because of a single onstage exchange. At the same time, critics argue that alienating even a portion of the audience can carry consequences. In today's highly connected media environment, controversies often follow artists long after the original event has ended. The coming weeks may reveal whether this moment becomes a temporary social media storm or a more significant chapter in the band's history. Conclusion. The Black Crowes Tampa concert has become the latest example of how quickly music, politics, and public opinion can collide. Chris Robinson's response to a U.S.A. chant sparked boos, online criticism, and passionate defenses from supporters. The incident highlights an ongoing cultural debate about the role of politics in entertainment and whether performers should use the stage to express personal views. For some fans, Robinson's comments represented honesty and conviction. For others, they represented an unnecessary attack on concertgoers. What remains clear is that the conversation surrounding artists, politics, and audience expectations is far from over.